What does it take to create a YouTube video? We hear about some common tips and tricks, but there are also some unusual things that we don't hear about. In this video, I'm going to break down what some of these things are so that you get a realistic picture of what it takes to create a YouTube video. First is that hydration is key. If you're going to be speaking for a while, if you're batch creating content, or even if you're doing one video, it's important to be hydrated. That way you avoid dry mouth during the time that you're recording. For me, I usually start earlier in the day to make sure I have enough water. And also during the session while I'm recording, I make sure that I have water on hand so I can take a few sips here and there. Next is controlling your audio. There are a lot of different ways that audio can come into play when you're recording. We usually think about the audio through our mics, but there's a lot more. You can hear noises outside in the street, vehicles passing by, maybe sound from your neighbor if you're living in a building, or even appliances. And sometimes the electronics that you're using, your computer, laptop nearby, all these things can be humming and buzzing. If you're filming inside, the acoustic in the room can also impact the audio experience. And in my case, I'm outside, and I don't know how good I'm doing with audio right now. I'll have to listen to this and see how it sounds. I have the wind that's picking up every now and then, blowing the leaves on the trees. And because the weather is nice, there are lots of people outside, lots of vehicles, music playing in the background. So I'll have to see how this sounds once I start editing. Next is your lighting consistency. If you're using natural light, this can fluctuate throughout the day. Also, if you're recording inside, if you're closer to the sun or you're away from the sun, that can also impact the lighting. Or if you're using certain bulbs, you can also see subtle shifts in the lighting. I usually wear my glasses when I'm recording, so I have to be mindful of the glare and how that's coming off in the video. You also have to think about your physical comfort. Are you filming sitting? Is that uncomfortable after a while? Or if you're standing while you're filming, that can also get tiring. Right now, I'm holding my camera with my selfie stick, and I'm definitely feeling the burn a little bit in my shoulders. So every now and then, I'm stopping to take a break. And that's the important thing. If you're sitting, standing, holding your camera, is to make sure that you're comfortable and you're taking breaks in between as you need to. Next is the mental stamina that this takes. There are certainly some hard days when you post a video and you don't have a lot of likes, not a lot of engagement. It seems like it's taking days and weeks to get new subscribers. Those experiences, plus the fact that sometimes you're just tired to get on camera. There are days when I plan to film and it takes me an hour, 2 hours just to get myself ready and to turn on the camera. And the overall pressure to be consistent can certainly lead to creator burnout. Next is technical glitches and always having a backup plan. So many things can go wrong when you're recording. Your software or hardware can malfunction. So it's important to make sure that you have backup plans so that you don't lose your data. And in the event when something were to go wrong, when you plan to record and set aside the time, maybe one specific day in the week, making sure that you have some kind of alternative. So if you're filming on your phone, do you have another phone or do you have a camera? And if it's the other way around, just making sure that you have option B ready. The next point is dealing with negative feedback. The more your content gets out there, there's a likelihood that you'll come across some folks who have some not so nice things to say. So making sure that you have a plan for that, not allowing those situations or those people to impact your overall mental health and what you think about yourself. There will always be people who have something to say. And many times it's more of a reflection of them and not a reflection of you. At the end of the day, you're taking action, you're showing up for yourself, and we can only hope that the people who have something to say are doing the same and putting the same energy into their own goals and efforts. Of course, there are the realities of time management and scheduling. I just had a week of content go completely off course because I had to travel. It's always great to have a plan, but sometimes things come up. Life is happening at the same time while we're creating content. So if you know something is coming up, planning ahead, maybe batch creating some content so it's available and ready to go. And also giving yourself grace when you need to. You do what you can. Sometimes things don't go as planned, but it's okay. We pick up and we do better next time. There are also invisible costs to creating content. Costs of certain software or even hardware, your storage devices, the time it takes you to learn new things or learn new techniques that you can incorporate in your content. And the cost of replacing or maintaining malfunctioning equipment. Personally, I try to keep my costs to the minimum. I use whatever is free and available. Maybe one day I'll make some upgrades, but for now I'm using what's available and what's cost effective for me to go from idea to posting a video. And lastly is maintaining authenticity. There's a lot of pressure to put forward the perfect image here on YouTube. And there's a lot of pressure to compare yourself to others, do what others are doing, follow the latest trend. Every week there's a new trend, so it's easy to get off course and forget the reason why you came here in the first place. It's important to stay true to your voice, stay true to your style, and whenever you feel like you're drifting, going back to why you wanted to create this channel. This is something I've had to do myself because there are so many gurus telling you to do this or that on your YouTube channel. But at the end of the day, this is about my personal growth. This is about me wanting to create value and help people, and this is why I showed up here. And I have to remind myself of that and take myself back to that very first day beginner attitude and remember why I decided to show up here in the first place. And always hold myself accountable and make sure that I'm being true to that. I encourage you to do the same thing. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this has been insightful. If some of these considerations when creating a YouTube video spark some ideas for you, maybe it's something new that you didn't think about before, let me know down in the comments. And if there are other things in your own process that you do or that you use to prepare when you're creating a video, let me know down in the comment. I'm gonna leave you now with some of these nature scenes that I'm enjoying out here. I hope you enjoy them too. And before you leave, watch another video, give this one a thumbs up, subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. There's a lot of pressure to put forward the perfect image. If you're sitting, standing, holding something, it's to make sure that you're taking breaks in between. So it's important that you make sure you back up your data, and then at the end of the day, you're taking action, you're shaking. I just had a week of content because there are so many flashy, shiny objects. The time it takes you to learn new things or learn new techniques that you can or learn, and the cost of replacing this is something I've had to do myself because there are so many Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If there are